Today, I'm going to be unboxing the Cure L V2 from Formlabs. I'm going to show you why this is a massive improvement over the original Cure L and why, if you're in a production environment, you might want to upgrade. For starters, why is there a Cure L V2? The Cure L V2 pretty much addresses some issues that the original Cure L had when Formlabs transitioned from SLA to MSLA. With the Forms 1 through 3, especially the 3L that came out, the printing process was a lot longer because we were using a laser and doing true SLA. Now with the Form 4 and Form 4L products, we've switched over from SLA to MSLA. So we're using a screen at the bottom to cure each layer, which results in faster print times. And of course, what that means is faster throughput. First, as you can see, it comes in this nice gigantic box. This whole thing weighs about 100 pounds with everything included. The unit itself weighs about 88 pounds, so about 30 something pounds heavier than the original Cure L. So with that, let's take this off. There's a little handle that I'm noticing on the side that I just put my hand through, which makes this really easy. On the top of the box, we have an instruction manual on how to set this thing up, as well as the power cable, big chunky power cable for this unit. In this pizza box, basically, we have the glass turntable that is going to go in the Cure L V2. Pretty much just a glass plate. It has this plastic piece in the middle, and it has this like pattern inside, so it can sit on top of the motor to spin the plate. So just like the other Formlabs products that we've unboxed here, they include these nice little carrying straps on the side right here. They're made of cardboard, so it's really easy to lift this thing out of the box and then just set it on the table. Very, very easy. This thing is more of a cube. It's also in the design language that matches the 4 series of Formlabs 3D printers compared to the 3. If you remember, had this like more slanted look in the front, which is what the Cure L has, versus this Cure L V2 is a lot more upright, square. There is a USB-C port on this side of the machine, so you can keep this thing tethered to a computer, so it's up to date with Formlabs' most up-to-date curing profiles. On the back here, we have just the standard power plug and the on and off switch. I've already put the glass platform inside. It's relatively unchanged compared to the one in the Cure L. The other thing you're gonna notice too in the inside is that the lights are staggered. So there's one on this side, there's one on the top, and there's one on the bottom. And instead of them all being in the same plane, they're staggered so that you get maximum coverage across the entire chamber. This touchscreen, it's a little bit smaller in height and it seems to have grown in width. And as you can see, we have a readapted interface that looks pretty much exactly like the one in the Cure L. On this side, you have profiles. Up top, you got your recently used. Now, obviously we haven't used any of these yet. This is just what it comes with on default. But this is where the recently used presets would show up as you use the machine. And if we scroll down, we have the default presets that this thing comes with. One thing we've kind of noticed is that when they have new discoveries on like, oh, we can re-optimize this to cure something faster, or use more heat instead of light to cure a certain resin. They will send those updates that you can update through the USB-C, and suddenly you have the most up-to-date profile on your Cure L or Cure L V2 in this case. And as you can see, some of these have multiple options actually. So if we go into the Draft V2, there's actually 2 different profiles for this thing. So let's say you're printing in Draft and you want something that's better for elongation. Well, let's cure it with the elongation profile. Let's say we're printing in Draft V2 and we want something that has better tensile strength. Well, we'll select that one instead. So as you can see in the Rigid 10K profile, we have the V1 and V1.1 option for material. Formlabs found a new way to reformulate Rigid 10K. So they offer a V1.1 version, and the firmware was updated with our original Cure L so that we can actually print and cure with this new V1.1 formulation, which is great to see. All these different materials that they have here, it is a huge list. And of course, at the bottom, you can create custom presets. This side is the preheat, so you can set the amount of time the machine takes to preheat, and then the amount of time you want your part to cure, along with the temperature. The preheat's obviously not going to work if we have the temperature off, but you can start at 35 degrees Celsius and you go up in 5-degree increments and all the way up to 100 degrees Celsius. So again, one of the big improvements with this Cure L V2 is that it can reach 100 degrees Celsius compared to 80 on the original Cure L. A lot of materials with this Cure L V2 can be cured in minutes and not close to an hour. Because one thing I've noticed when I print my rigid 4000 parts is that is a 1-hour curing process in the original Cure L. And I believe that pretty much the longest any part's going to take to cure is now about 20 minutes. If you have a 4 or a 4L, this is the one to buy. You could fit 2 of these original Cure Ls on this table. This is about a 6-foot table across, and these are about 27 inches. Now, one thing to note too is the door on the Cure L is actually really thick. It's like that wide. The thing swings all the way open and needs a lot of clearance too. So not really optimized to have very close together versus the Cure L V2, 20 inches wide, and on a 72-inch table, you can easily fit 3 of these things. That's a lot of space saving on the overall footprint, and because it's a little taller and more optimized for parts that people are typically printing, this thing has 19% more curing volume than the original Cure L. So that's a big plus too. Cure L V2 has a way improved heating system in here. 375 versus 405 nanometer wavelength LEDs are different. This is purely 405. This original Cure L has 375 and 405 nanometer LEDs in here. It's about a 50-50 split, if I recall. The original 375 nanometer wavelength was thought to be faster at the time. Today, 405 nanometer wavelength has proven to be actually much better and faster. So this has about 5 times the power on UV curing alone compared to the Cure L. The old system was radiant heat and used passive airflow to heat up the chamber, which was good for parts printed in tough and other fancy resins that are available with the Formlabs systems. Pretty much parts closer to the heating element were going to receive more heat than parts on the other side. This has an active convection heating system with fans inside to evenly distribute the heat. This holds a more even temperature across the entire curing volume compared to the Cure L. Just a couple specs to note, this thing reaches 60 degrees Celsius in the chamber in about 2.5 minutes and 80 degrees in about 6, versus this thing takes about 15 to 20 minutes just to get to 60°C. A lot of the parts that we cure in the tough resin, pretty much gonna mention that because we use that a lot. Or at least once you put the part inside, it does a heat up cycle first, and then it starts curing. Versus this thing gets up to temp pretty much in a matter of minutes. This reaches 100 degrees Celsius inside the chamber versus 80 degrees in here. And also one thing we've kind of noticed is that this at least has dual pane glass, if not 2 layers of glass inside, versus this just has 1. So it keeps the heat inside a lot more efficiently compared to this design. So why do you want 100 degrees Celsius inside your chamber for curing? Well, it increases the mechanical properties and it gives you better HDT for parts. So mainly this is going to affect if you're printing in high temp resins, rigid 10K, and the ceramic filled materials, because now parts can reach their true strength. The improvements to the Cure L V2 are designed for production. It makes this thing a lot faster and it removes pretty much the bottleneck that this thing was providing with the 4 and 4L's capability. So this, for example, can cure general purpose resins in about 60 seconds. This thing needs a couple minutes. Engineering resins can also cure in about 10 to 15 minutes versus this thing takes about an hour or so. And with high temp resins, according to them, roughly 15 minutes in the Cure L V2 versus almost 2 hours in this thing. If we do the math, it's 8 times faster. If you're printing production high temp resin parts, this thing's kind of a no-brainer. It's significantly faster and it'll just increase your throughput. If you're constantly printing parts and you're tired of waiting for the Cure L to finish curing your parts, this is going to be a massive upgrade. Now, it is about $1,000 more than the original Cure L. This thing started at $3,000 and this is about $4,500. But you're pretty much going to be able to make up the difference if you can cure parts 8 times faster. Additionally, this would be great for dental labs. If you're printing any of the dental materials, it also increases the throughput on that. It's great for engineering teams, and it's great especially for service bureaus if you're printing a lot of replacement parts and you need them on the fly. Now, if you're a very low volume user or you're only occasionally going to print large parts, you can receive the same sort of improvements of this Cure L V2 in a much smaller Cure 2. If you have a lot of smaller parts, that might be more up your alley, and it will save you cost. You can buy more of them and you can increase your throughput if you're doing a lot of small parts. Now, if you're going to do occasionally large parts and cure those, you can probably get away with the original Cure L. If you're doing these high temp resins, these engineering resins, and any of the dental and any of the higher end resins, you're probably going to want to stick to the Cure 2 line, the Cure L V2 and the Cure 2, because all of the upgrades in this system are optimized for speed and also better mechanical properties, which is huge. If you really want to unlock the full strength of your parts, this is going to be the one to go with. So to recap, the Cure L V2 is pretty much optimized for a Form 4/Form 4L MSLA based workflow, and it removes the bottlenecks presented by this original Cure L that was more optimized for standard SLA in the Form 1 through 3 line. If you're doing any sort of production with your Form 4 or Form 4L, this thing is a no-brainer because of the time savings that it has, up to 8 times faster curing than the Cure L. Additionally, the added strength and mechanical properties that you get out of using a more powerful curing machine is also another thing to note too. That's another reason why you should upgrade. If you're printing a lot of smaller production parts, then the Cure V2 is probably more up your alley. Plus, you can get more of them and increase your throughput that way. But if you're printing large parts, especially if you have the Form 4L, this is the one to go with. If you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment. And if you want to get your Cure L V2 today, visit us at visionminer.com because we carry the entire Formlabs lineup of products, as well as FDM solutions like our High Temp 22 IDEX that's sitting behind me right here. And of course, we want to share the knowledge with you. So if you have any questions on a 3D printing solution or 3D scanning solution and you want guidance to find which one's right for you, visit our website, send us an email, or give us a call. We're happy to help and answer any questions, whether it's a product we carry or something that we don't. We'll guide you in the right direction. And with that, bye for now.